so super happy about the way that these little guys turned out. They are perfect little cherry pie. Starting off with my egg wash for this darling cherry pie surprise. You can do this for Valentine's Day, for the 4th of July, anytime you want to add a little fun to a meal or just have a dessert. Making these super simple cherry pies are great. I take crescent rolls and you can see that I'm pinching the seams together so that I have a flat, nice base for these little cherry pies. You definitely want to have some of that base come up because when we put the top on it, we need to have enough for that top to grip onto the base. And of course, you can just trim it back. By the way, I did spray this cupcake pan before I put down the crescent roll base for these pies because you definitely don't want them sticking. A light spray of the oil really seems to work for me. And another thing that you want to make sure is when you put the base of this little pie down, that you don't have any holes. It's easy for this to get thin, and if you do see some holes, just take a little extra of the crescent rolls and push it in to make a little band-aid for that hole. You don't want your pie filling coming out once it's all done and needs to be presented as the little pie that it is. I just have a can of cherry pie filler, super easy at the grocery store. I give a few spoonfuls until I'm at the top and I'm pretty satisfied. Now for the top of these pies, I take the remaining dough and make a little bit of a curved circular top and pinching the edges together. I like that it's irregular, and I just make sure that the top is bound to the base. Sometimes I use little pieces of extra dough to add to the little edge of these pies. Now for the egg wash, and if you want it lighter, you add more water. If you want it more golden, don't add as much. I just generously put it around the edges. And now take my knife, and I want to make a place so that the steam, when it's cooking from the cherries, has a place to escape. So I do a little X, and I give it little stab marks here and there so that it's able to breathe during the baking process. And on the top of these little cherry pies, I add some granule sugar just to give it a little fun topping. Into the oven, I bake it at 350 for about 18 minutes with the cherry pie filling. These are perfect little pies for Valentine's Day, for a fun evening in the summer, for 4th of July, and really any time during the year. Thank you so much for joining me today as I bake a cherry pie. Wishing you happy baking creations.